Recently, I found myself reflecting on the size and just how absolutely massive my family is. I have often said to people that my family is enormous, but to be completely honest, I never really took the time to count how many people there really were. I grew up in a sea of love, and at family events, which were all the time, every weekend, every week, someone was getting married, having a baby, having an anniversary, graduating, something to celebrate. And whenever you attend the events, wall-to-wall people, no matter how many different rooms you walked into, wherever we were. But I never really took the time to really think about how many of us there really were. Until recently, I was speaking on how many siblings I had. And so today is the first time I've ever sat down and counted everyone. And I have 52 siblings, 11 of which are biological, or 12, which makes me the 13th child, or one of 13. But 52 siblings altogether. I have over 90 first cousins, and all of those first cousins have children, and some have as many as 5 each or more. I have children. I have grandchildren. My cousins have children. They have grandchildren. I can't even begin to count the number of people that represent just the first 3 generations of my family, or the 3 closest generations above me and below me. That's a lot of people. But the wonderful thing about our family is distance, space, time never seems to change our bonds and our love that we have for one another. Years and years can pass by without me seeing or speaking to a member of my family. But the moment we're in each other's presence again, the very moment we speak to one another again, it's as if no time had passed. That love and knowing that you're loved, no matter where you go, no matter where you travel, no matter what trials and tribulations you face, that you're loved not because of who you are or what you do or what you have, but just because you are, is absolutely amazing. And it's kind of like our family's superpower. For a long time, I didn't understand or realize that everybody doesn't have that. And I took it for granted. But I am so blessed and so appreciative that we do have that in our family. That if we have nothing else, we have love. And that love can help you get through the hardest trials and tribulations and obstacles placed before you. Because you're not thinking about who you are or your self-worth. You already know that. You already have that. You just have to focus on facing whatever battle it is set before you, or whatever trial or tribulation that is set before you. And it often seems as though, because we're blessed in one area of our life, the enemy deliberately tries to defeat us and break us and tear us down in so many other areas. It's as if for every blessing that you have, this world and the beast within it, the demonic entities and irritating spirits within it, try to find 5 other things that they can stress you about or harass you with to take away your joy from the one thing that you do have, or the things that you are blessed with. And I am just grateful that, of course, it hasn't always been easy. And like any other family, we have our bickers and fights and getting on each other's nerves. Sometimes it's just a case of there's just too many of us and we're too much alike and we just gotta need some space. And growing up, when we were younger, having some space was much harder than it is now that we're all grown up. But people would often see me alone and doing things on my own throughout the years. And they're like, how can you be from a massive family when we always see you by yourself? And it's because we don't need to be up underneath each other to know that we're there for each other, that we have each other's support, and that we love one another. That's a given, which is freeing, which gives you wings so that you can go out into the world and be you and the best version of you can be and do the things that you do. Because you always know home is still there. That love and that support will always be there. And again, a tremendous blessing, because that is an atmosphere my mother and her sisters created for their children. And hopefully our generation has been able to continue that family tradition, and that we'll be able to pass it down to even yet another generation so we can continue. That's why society and media is so hell-bent and determined to destroy families, unions, and bonds, to separate people and have them at odds as much as possible. Because when you're grounded, especially when you're grounded in love, that's power, that's raw strength, that's security. There's nothing you can't conquer. And they want everyone to be weak and easy prey. So my advice would be, regardless of what source you may derive the love and the strength and the encouragement and that positive vibration that we all need, seek it out wherever you can seek it out. Hold on to it wherever you may find it. Because when all is said and done, your life may not have luxuries or abundance, but if you have love, you are richer beyond any measure you can possibly imagine. And you are stronger than anything you could ever imagine. You got everything you already need.